Hey everyone, it's Dr. Julie coming to you with another Dr. Julie nudge of encouragement. Today's video topic is going to be by special request from one of our Circle of Hope community members. I love getting these direct requests for themed videos. Thank you so much. She asked me to please do a video on journaling, and specifically, could I give some educational journaling prompts? Well, you bet, I am more than happy to do that. But before I do, I wanted to give a little bit of psychoeducation with why journaling is so important and why not only myself, but so many therapists out there recommend journaling as a really healthy kind of therapeutic self-care practice to do on a regular basis. Well, let's talk about really three main benefits of journaling. And I am going to name them quickly, and then I'm going to go into each one in detail and give a little bit of kind of cool psychoeducation about why these are important and how it's going to be helpful for you if you can adopt a regular journaling practice. So I think about three main benefits to journaling. And the first is that it really lets you kind of like download, right? Kind of all the stuff that is going on inside. It helps you to externalize it, to kind of take it from inside and then to download it out in a way that you don't have to psychologically carry it around with you. Talk more about that in a minute. The second benefit that comes from journaling is it really helps you to identify what in the world is going on for you that you are feeling this emotional unrest inside. And the last main benefit of journaling is it is a great and relatively safe and innocuous way to give yourself emotional release. It's so scary to embrace our emotions and think about letting some of that steam out of our psyche. Journaling seems to be a relatively in your control process that helps to give you that emotional release that then is beneficial to do the next piece of work with whatever needs to be processed through. So let's go through this in a little bit more detail, and then I'll give you a journaling prompt for today. So when I think about downloading, really what I encourage my clients to do is to give themselves some emotional space where they can take everything that's going on inside and they can literally just help facilitate it releasing and just becoming externalized. Okay, if you can think about it like all of that stuff inside that I'm carrying around, very likely ruminating over, I'm just going to give myself a vehicle to get it outside of myself so that then, number one, it will dissipate a little bit, and then I can figure out what to do with it. Okay, so think about just kind of sitting down and connecting up to the thoughts, the processes, the energy that you are experiencing inside, and just allowing yourself to put written word or words and meaning and then have it come out in writing, kind of in a way that literally it's there, and then you're facilitating it with words, and then you're doing something active to get it out on paper. Okay, and I want you to remember that process, kind of the energy of the emotion, putting some words and therefore meaning to the emotion, and then doing something active, something rhetoric to be able to move kind of the material out. It's the way that your psyche helps to process through so that it ultimately can reconcile with whatever is bothering you, and then it can actually be integrated. Okay, so all of this stuff inside, let me go ahead and give myself permission to just kind of freely put it out. I'm going to put words to it. I'm going to write. Okay. And then I'm going to get it out of my system. And it is actually, believe it or not, helping your psyche to process through so it can shift and move forward. Okay. I tell my clients 3 to 5 pages, okay, of being able to kind of download and have that process so that your psyche can shift through. And you're going to hear me say that probably a couple of times during this video. 3 to 5 pages and stream of consciousness. The next purpose that I see for journaling is it actually helps you to identify what the heck is going on inside. So many times, even if you're able to identify kind of what that feeling state is, like maybe you've got some tension in your stomach, you've identified that as, wow, that's anxiety, but you're going like, what in the world am I so anxious about? Okay. And you really don't know. Okay. Because we're going from the conscious mind and we're trying to figure out what is going on sometimes a subconscious or unconscious level. So we need to help our psyche along a little bit to be able to then identify what's going on. Journaling allows you to do that. So if you do that stream of consciousness, I'm going to sit in front of the journal, not going to really think about what I'm writing. I'm just going to connect to the energy. I'm going to put words to it. I'm going to keep writing and writing and writing. If you keep going 3 to 5 pages, what's going to happen is that all of a sudden you're going to start identifying some of the things that are making you feel anxious. Like it might be, I feel so anxious. I don't know what I feel anxious about. I just feel like I'm going to get sick inside. Keep writing, writing, writing. And then you might say, oh, I can't believe I got to meet with my boss in a week. It's making me feel really uncomfortable. I bet I'm going to mess up again. I always mess up. I can't believe I said that to my friend. And then boom, that's kind of the cause of the anxiety. All right. I'm anxious because I've got this thing that I messed up with my friend. I'm still anxious about that. I've got another important upcoming meeting that's going on. I think I'm going to mess up with that again. And all of this anxiety was going on underneath the surface. You knew that you were anxious, but you didn't know why. Okay. So the second benefit of journaling is that it actually identifies what's going on inside because it taps into the subconscious processes. Okay. If you do it from stream of consciousness, okay, not just from up here thinking, but stream of consciousness so it can get down to the subconscious. The third benefit that I see in journaling is it actually helps to release those really strong emotions. Okay. How many times, like let's say you know that you're angry at a family member and you know that you need to talk to them, but it's been so built up inside that you're afraid, hey, if I talk to my mom about this, I'm just going to get really mad and I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want her to get mad at me. So you are hesitant to address it with that person. So if you sit down and you allow yourself to do stream of consciousness journaling, this time it would be with the focus of mom, I'm mad about what happened, or I need to talk to her about this, and then boom, 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 boom. And you do it in an uncensored way. Okay, no one's going to see this. You can rip it up afterwards. The purpose of it is to get the emotion out. Okay. So you just get to vent and get all of that out. And trust me, the emotion will dissipate if you allow yourself to do that. So after you do that 3 to 5 pages, right, maybe writing specifically to that individual, you're going to see that, okay, now I feel like I can talk to mom with my kind of more reasonable self, front and center instead of that emotional self that's going to go charging in there kind of with all of this built up energy. Okay, so the third purpose is going to be to release strong energy if you allow yourself to journal in a completely unfiltered, uncensored manner, 3 to 5 pages. Okay, so you get the energy out. All right, so 3 main purposes of mostly stream of consciousness journaling, and that is going to be to download or to externalize. It's going to be to identify what the heck am I feeling inside and what is that connected to. And number 3, I am going to allow myself to vent, discharge, and then dissipate some of this strong emotion. And guess what? All through journaling that you have within your control in the privacy of your own home, okay? Hopefully in that safe, sacred spot that we talked about in one of my earlier videos where you've got your journal all ready and it's sitting there, okay? So guess what? I just opened the door to my specific nudge of encouragement for this week. And instead of giving a specific prompt, but I promise I'll do this next week for you, okay? I'm going to give you a nudge to actually get comfortable with this journaling on a consistent basis first, okay? So I would like you to do this stream of consciousness journaling in that safe space in your home 3 times, okay, a week, because I want you to get used to this as like a self-care tool, okay? And this is just a recommendation. This is, really a psycho-ed tool. If you have any concerns about it, certainly talk to your therapist about it. If you're in individual therapy, if this makes you uncomfortable, then don't do it. But as kind of a tool to do a lot of things, to be able to kind of discharge that energy, to increase your insight with what's going on, and to help your psyche to process through. I'd like you to get into the habit of, on a regular basis, whether it feels like you need to or not, saying, hey, I'm going to take 15 minutes, maybe even half an hour, to go into the privacy of my own space and just give myself the luxury of downloading, okay, into this journal. And if you can do it 3 times a week, it's going to become kind of a habit, and oftentimes a habit that you might look forward to. Some people do it right before bed because it actually lets you discharge anything that you might be laying there ruminating about. So it really is a relaxing thing when you get all of that out. Some people like to start their day with it because it increases their awareness and kind of gets them focused on what might be emotionally front and center for them as they start their day. Okay, so that is your Dr. Julie journaling nudge of encouragement for this Monday, July 13th. I will follow up next week with specific journaling prompts. I've got another kind of structure to that. We've got some prompts in 3 specific areas, so tune in next time. And if you are not yet a Circle of Hope member, please check us out at the Healthy Way Out, circleofhope.com. Okay, guys, work hard. I'll see you in the video cast on Wednesday. You take care and be proud of all of the work that you're doing. You guys are just rocking it. Okay, take care.